Wagwan people, Wagwan tea tippers, Wagwan my generals. How are you all doing today? I hope you're feeling good and I hope you're feeling irie as we have another jam pack pick a card reading for you today. Yes, darlings, yes, honey. In today's read, we are exploring Blunt AF, their exact thoughts and feelings for you. So get your tea, get your snacks, get your juice, because we are in for a juicy ride with these intuitive gems. Hey! Guarantee, T-Sippers, guarantee, T-Sippers, guarantee. Welcome to Supply. Yeah. So we have pile one, pile two, and pile three. Go to the number that's calling you. Yeah. Go to that number that's calling you. If you feel just drawn to one pile, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. If you feel like you want to go through all of the reads, that is fine too. We're flexible around here. We are flexible, we are adaptable. We like to move and groove, okay? So if you are new here, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up yourselves every time. And to our intuitive tea sippers, big up, big up, hey, big up, big up, hey, big up, big up, big up every time. So we are exploring those juicy intuitive gems that want to come through for the blunt AF, their exact thoughts and feelings. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. Let us know what you are sipping on. Okay, I'm sipping on, it's lemon and ginger. Yes, lemon and ginger and turmeric. Okay, so let us know in the comments what you're sipping on or where you're from, okay? Come on and represent, okay? Big up, or every time. I'm going to say big up every time, okay? Much love and blessings from Auntie T. Now, I like to include those little bloopers that come through because, you know, it just helps you to see that I'm human, okay? Relatable, okay? We're going through those intuitive gems together. So, before we begin, we like to bring some good gratitude energy into the mix. Okay, so thank you, universe, thank you, spirit guides, thank you, guardian angels, thank you, ancestors, for the messages we're about to receive in today's read. Blunt AF, their exact thoughts and feelings for you. May the messages resonate with the collective so they can use these messages to strengthen their own intuition and to use their discernment, as we're about empowering you. So thank you in abundance. All right, pile one, pile two, or pile three, you choose. Okay, or if you want to go through each pile, okay, it's almost like I'm getting this energy of like, oh, so waiter, waitress, what would you recommend on the menu? And I'll be the waiter or the waitress, and I'll just say, go through each pile, okay? That's my style, but again, everybody's different. I just take what resonates and leave the rest. Leave the rest for others. So just go with how you feel drawn. If you want to just go for one, that's fine. If you want to go for all three, that is fine too. Okay, so big up yourselves and we'll see you on the other side. Wagwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan my generals. So we are on pile one and we're exploring Blunt AF, their exact thoughts and feelings right now. Okay, now while I was about to say it, it was like, who's thinking about you and why I want it to come out. So we could be seeing that energy for pile one, that there is some strong energy on somebody who is thinking about you right now. Okay, so for pile one, okay, If you are new here, let's do a bit of housewarming. If you are new here, big up, hey, big up, big up yourselves every time. Much love and blessings to you from Auntie T, and to our intuitive tea sippers, our generals, okay, our subscribers. We've got to give you good, a good welcoming, you know. Big up, hey, big up, big up, hey, big up, big up to you all. Much love and blessings from your Auntie T. So we're in for a ride here because we have this energy of who's thinking about you. So there's a heavy energy of someone thinking about you, okay? So I hope you've got something nice to sip on. I'm sipping on some ginger, lemon, and turmeric tea. So let us know what you are sipping on in the comments and where you're from. If you want to represent, big up yourselves every time. So we're going to look into pile one now. Pile one may come with the energy of number one. One represents new beginnings, opportunities, reconciliation. So we're going to see if these energies want to come through in today's read, or whether today's read wants to take us on a complete maze. Okay, sometimes the read can be very straightforward. Sometimes it can go all different bends. Okay, we're going to see what wants to come through. Okay, so we're going to start with these cards. The feelings for you deck. We have, I want to travel the world with you. I want to travel the world with you. I forgot about a little bit of housewarming. If you hear, okay, it's just a way of how I connect with those intuitive gems that like to come through. Okay, woy is a Jamaican phrase. Okay, and it's essentially the equivalent to OMG. And just like how OMG can be used in different circumstances, different situations, same way how woy can use, but I like to do it in a singing way. So woy. All right, back to the read. I'm sorry for not prioritizing you when I should have. I am sorry for not prioritizing you when I should have. So there's this energy here, okay, of regret. There's an energy here of regret. Okay, someone's having a regret on how they dealt with you, okay, how they dealt with the situation, that they feel like they could have done better, they could have been more involved, okay, prioritized you when they should have. We have also, my family / friends are making things difficult for us. So my family and friends are making things difficult for us. So there could be some third party situation going on. Okay. We have, I'm sorry for the confusion and mixed signals. So I'm sorry for the confusion and mixed signals. I'm afraid of losing you for good. Okay. So there's someone here. Now this feels like it could be someone from the past. What's coming through is 5, 7 years, 10 years, 3 years, 2 months, 2 months. That's what's coming through. If anything else will come through, but it does feel like it's somebody that you have had you've had a period of knowing them. They've had a period of knowing you. There may have been some on and off going on. There may have been some hot and cold going on with this person. There may have been even like a ghosting element going on, and then they come back like poof. It's like there was someone doing a magic trick, like, watch me, look what I can do. And then poof, like that's what's coming through. And then out of the blue, they just come from nowhere, acting as if it just feels like they've just come from nowhere, as if nothing, as if there was like, whoa, like hold up a minute, just casually enter. Okay, that's what's coming through. I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I'm sorry for the way I treated you. Okay, so we're gonna have a deeper look at, because we have a lot of regret energy. I want to support you in everything you do. Now, perhaps this person is also like wanting to make peace or accept if this connection does not continue in the way they hope, that they still hope that they can have some kind of friend, platonic role in your life. Now, again, trust your intuition, use your discernment. If it don't feel right, trust and believe it. We may have many differences, but I know a good thing when I see it. So I know a good thing, but the question is, if you know a good thing when you see it, what's going on here? Because we have a lot of regret energy. So it's kind of giving us, so far, we'll see if there's any like action energy comes through. Like if we see the wands, we see the earth, the energy with the pentacles, we see the heart energy with the cups. If we see a lot of that energy, okay, especially the earth energy, okay, that can maybe show us, okay, this person's, combined with the heart, the feelings, okay, in the tarot. This could then maybe tell us, okay, this person's about their business, okay. So we're gonna have a look and see what wants to come through. Okay, we're gonna use the tarot. So I'm gonna take a quick sip, okay. Quick sip of some ginger. I think I was trying to say the word. I combined the words, so it's ginger and lemon tea. So let us know what you are sipping in the comments. Rewind. It's one of those days, right? Ginger, lemon, and turmeric. Okay, this person has a lot to say. There's a lot of bubbling on their words. There could be some. May need to channel some singing, because it feels like this person may also have. There could be an energy of reservedness. There could be an energy of shy. There could be an energy of embarrassment, especially if what has come through is this energy of like an on and off. Okay. All right, let's have a look and see what the tarot. We're going to take it to tarot school now at Gwan Tarot and Tea. So let's see what the tarot wants to tell you today. Okay, so blunt AF, their exact for. Oh, we saw the Two of Pentacles. I don't know if you saw that. If you saw the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles is the energy. And the Hangman in this look at in this upright position. So the Two of Pentacles, then we have the Four of Wands. We're still going to keep shuffling, but it's just noticing these cards. With the Hangman being in this position, this is telling us this person is flustered, and this could be why we're getting this energy of like mumbling on our words, or this kind of like feels like they have a lot to say but don't know where to start. That's what's coming through. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is in this position, okay. So with the Four of Wands being in this position, it's still a good position, but it could mean there could be like a delay, a slow progress, things moving slowly, okay. Or they have a desire, but it may not be as fast moving as they had hoped, okay? Now, we have the Hangman here. We're going to have a quick look and see what's at the back. We've got the Knight of Cups at the back. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So, this is telling us that this person recognizes that in this connection, just by the cards that we see currently, okay, let's put it out so you can see them all. This person, let's see what's behind the Four of Wands as well, because the Four of Wands, what could be behind? Look what we see here, the Queen of Wands as well. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so what we see so far, okay, with the Page of Pentacles being behind the Four of Wands, and what's behind that is the Death card. It feels like this person does want to move towards you, but it does feel like there could be some worries that they have. Again, regrets. It feels like what could be the issue, it could be even something really simple. It feels like it could also be that this person may struggle with like peer pressure. Now, peer pressure can be positive, but you can also have negative peer pressure. Now, what's coming through is like there could be friends or family where this person may feel inadequate when they are next to them, when if there's like comparisons made, if there are talks about what's going on in their life or their private life or their connections, and it feels like this person is drawn to you, but this person also needs to, what's coming through is this energy of like this person, think of the strength card, if you're aware of the strength card, okay, and it's usually depicted like a lion and a woman, okay, like gripping on to the lioness to represent, look, this is strength. It feels very much like this person wants, it feels like they want you or wants you. However, there's an energy of boundary that this person, because we see this person like showing up as the Page of Pentacles, okay, because the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles represents like the physical form, okay? The physical form. Now, as we are looking at what's going on here, it could represent that there could be 3 people involved here, okay? So let's start with the possible scenarios, okay? We're taking it to tarot school, okay? The Page of Pentacles can represent the younger embodiment, okay, of this energy. So someone who has that desire to learn, the apprentice, okay, with the Page of Pentacles, the apprentice, okay. So someone who has that desire to learn, who wants to go out there and learn what it means to build a successful connection, build a loving home, a loving foundation. So with it being right behind the Page of Pentacles, this could be telling us that this person has that desire to achieve that. They want this, okay? Okay? So we're looking at the same person here, okay? Now, in terms of how they may envision how they give love, is that they may be drawn to somebody like you who could be very fiery, or you may be displaying those characteristics, okay? You could be very mysterious, you could be maybe very much about like your boundaries being respected, because what we got is this energy of like a lack of boundary going on, okay, with friends, family, this fear of like losing you, this energy of on and off, because we have the King of Cups here. Now it feels like this person, perhaps you bring out this energy of with this person where they want to become more like the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody that doesn't feel no way to say how they feel, to express how they feel. They want to be more like that. They want to be comfortable with saying how they feel, no longer like bucking on their words, but saying how they truly feel when it comes to the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands, okay, let's go back to the King of Cups first. The King of Cups can represent the water energy. So water representing feelings, emotions, okay? How we give and receive love, the heart chakra, okay? Now, again, with the water sign, think Scorpio, think Cancer, think Pisces, okay? Now, we take it to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the character, okay, that can very much, okay, if there is like some site like situations going on, they are the Queen of Wands is usually the one that you might see involved in some kind of third party, some kind of cheating, some kind, because they are seen as the alluring one, the fiery one, the attractive one, the one where it's like you're tempted to go to the how do they say, tempted to go to the dark side, but tempted to, like, you want to see if the grass is greener on the other side, because if you look at what's going on with the Queen of Wands, it's like everything is green, going, everything is green. Okay, everything is abundant, everything is vibrant. Okay, now that's just a little summary of the Queen of Wands. But the Queen of Wands can also represent somebody that doesn't take any crap, that is like, you respect my boundaries. If you look carefully at the Queen of Wands, okay, compared to the just looking at the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, you can see that the King of Cups, okay, his throne is based around water. Okay, so essentially that's kind of the border is kind of saying that there's no real border. Okay, because is there real, is, well, you can have like borders, let's say land borders, but water is something that moves freely. Okay, but then if the water, or if the emotions are, if we're not working on ourselves, we're like prioritizing our self-love, prioritizing our boundaries, prioritizing what we truly want, then that water can become stagnant, that water can get stuck. Okay, but if you look carefully at with what's going on with the Queen of Wands, you see that black cat. That black cat is essentially also another way of the Queen of Wands, like showing like, look, I don't care. Because traditionally, or let's say back in the day, okay, a figure with a black cat was seen as like, ooh, that's kind of mysterious, that's kind of like a bit spooky, what's going on there, what's going on there with that, oh, she really doesn't care what people think, does she? Okay, because again, the black cat can be symbolic for like so many things. Okay, so many things that, again, that energy of like going to the dark side. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands is like this energy of like, I don't give a toss, I don't care what people think, I'm confident in myself, and I'm confident in who I am, and I will wear it with pride. Okay, think of the Queen of Wands like that. Okay, right. So now going back to the scenarios, okay, going back to the read with the blunt AF read, it feels very much like with what we see here with the Six of Pentacles being here. Okay, okay, there's this energy. Think of six. We're going to put these cards down for a minute. Six represents harmony. Okay, now it's a great way as well. I think I've mentioned it in one of a couple of reads ago, but if you want to learn the tarot, learn the numbers and learn the chakra colors. Once you understand the chakra colors and where they are and the chakra points, it makes reading the tarot a lot easier, especially if you stick to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And then once you get more confident, you move on to the other decks. But first you understand. But a great way, okay, a great way is to first understand the numbers, then look at the colors of the chakras, understand what the chakras are, and then that will help you to then look at the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, for instance, and then also to intuitively gather and understand what's going on. Okay, so back to the Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Pentacles being here, there's this energy of this person is wants harmony. There's an energy of harmony. Now it's, again, we see the Pentacles, and we did say earlier, if you see the Pentacles, that's a good sign, because it's telling us that there's an energy of wanting things to be in balance, wanting things to be in level with one another. So there's this energy of that they want balance, they want a scale, they have the scale energy. Okay, now the scales, okay, even though this is the, with the Pentacles represents the energy of earth signs, Okay, so think of Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The scales is very much a Libra energy. Okay, so there could be this energy where this person wants to have a balanced union. They recognize that they may have not been putting enough effort in. Okay, now again, it could be for lots of other reasons why they haven't been doing it. It feels like with the hangman being here, not trusting themselves, not trusting their own intuition. It feels like they may have been guided. Again, what we were saying about the King of Cups. If the King of Cups is not steady, okay, now they can be swayed, guided. This person, Tom and Harry tells the King of Cups to do something, he goes and does it, but he doesn't go and connect with his own intuition and think, is this right for me? Okay, Sally and Jane goes and tells the King of Cups to do something. He doesn't trust his own intuition and or like uses his own discernment to think, is this right for me? And then regrets now not taking the action to come to you, not taking the action to then be honest and be real and say, look, Jane, we'll call this person Jane, call this person John. Look, Jane, this is what's going on here. Okay, I want to come forward to you, but I've had to first recognize that I had to step up to the plate. Like, I have a lot of love to give, because we can see that with the King of Cups being here, they have a lot of love to give. But when it comes to connections, relationships, I'm still at a Page of Pentacles level. Now, this has been something that has made me feel a bit fearful about whether you will be open to this, okay? Because I know that I've got a lot that I've got to work on, but at the same time, I recognize, because look at that, we've got the Death behind the Page of Pentacles, which is a major arcana, as well as the Hangman, that this person has some work to do. And that inner work is that boundaries. With the Hangman being here, the Hangman in that position, this is where we go back to the Hangman. The Hangman being in that position is telling us, look what's behind it. Look what's behind it. The Devil. Okay? So this is telling us this person may have had or experienced issues around boundaries. They may have some, it feels like it may have resulted to other unhealthy behaviors, perhaps drinking, okay, as well as think of any other unhealthy habits, addiction and stuff like that. We've got to keep it clean for the algorithm, okay? But it feels very much like there could have been some of those things. Perhaps it could have been maybe there's an energy of like they could be mourning you. Again, it could be someone from your recent past or someone way back here. Okay. Yes, with the moon being here, which is another major arcana, again, that water energy. So think of the Pisces, the Cancer, the Scorpio. There's this deep energy of someone, we say morning, and look at that, the moon coming through. A lot of hidden feelings. A lot of hidden feelings. It feels like someone has been really in a deep regret in how they dealt with things. And it does feel like maybe they feel like not dealing with you right. It feels like they feel like they're dealing with some karma. They're dealing with some karma, dealing with some kind of lesson. It does feel like they might have also taken a bit of a, well, I guess I have to, this is what I get for not doing you right, not prioritizing you. Again, if there was any energy of like ghosting or anything like that, this person has some deep regrets because it feels like so much missed out time, all because I couldn't get my head together. I couldn't get my head together. If you look at the Hangman in this position is telling us that they're all over the place. We can see the heart chakra energy with the green. The heart chakra represents the ability to give love and receive love. Okay? To give love and receive love. we have the root chakra energy, okay, which represents the energy located in the lower spine, okay, around here, the lower spine, hip area. It represents the energy of upbringing. It represents the energy of right and wrong, moral capacity, all of those things. So what we see here, that this person is in an alignment that's working against them. They're having to seek that energy to say, right, I need to get my crown chakra, third eye. Okay, so crown chakra, their thinking, their clarity, third eye, their intuition, trusting themselves. We see some yellow with the shoes. The yellow represents the sacral chakra located around the navel. Okay, that represents the energy of confidence and self-esteem, self-worth, self-image. So, as we explained earlier, that there's this energy of boundaries. This person is kind of feeling like they know that they've got to work on themselves. Okay, if you see how they're against they're against a tree. They're against a tree. Okay, the tree, as funny enough, is also representing the energy of earth. So being right next to that tree, it's like they're trying to seek that energy of like, I need that groundiness. Perhaps they could be trying to seek some quiet time right now to really get clear, take themselves away from any distraction. Because what we see right now is that with the hangman being here, they're looking very flustered right now. They're looking very flustered. Okay, so this person wants to come towards you, but they know that they have to get to that place where they're truly confident. They're truly confident. They don't care what other people think, and it feels like what they know that they need to do is take a leaf from your book. Take a leaf. Take a leaf. Take a leaf. Take a leaf from your book. That's it. Hey. So let's now pull a. I hope that's making sense as well. Please put it in the comments. Sip sip baby. Sip sip baby. So that lets me know. Okay. Lets me know that you're like, yeah, I'm understanding, how to read the tarot intuitively like this. Okay. Right. So. Okay. So we're going to just look at the Jamaican proverbs, and the Jamaican proverbs are essentially little nuggets of wisdom. Okay, so message for pile 1, blunt AF, the exact thoughts and feelings for you right now. What do you need to hear right now? So blunt AF, the exact thoughts and feelings for you right now. Let's see what pile 1 need to see. Message for pile 1. Can we have one message, please? One message. Thank you. Yes, look at that. The finger didn't say to look just here. The finger says you must look beyond. You must look around. You must look at everything. This is why now. Oh, and look what's behind that as we explore this Jamaican proverb. Can you see? Behind that is the Four of Swords. That Four of Swords energy is essentially, okay, sit down. Sit down. Let's say it one more time. Sit down. Sit down and reason. Sit down and reason. Because you're doing some foolishness. You need to take some time out. Go contemplate. Go and take some time to breathe. See things differently. Okay? Now, it can also represent the energy of needing to rest, healing, okay? But it can also represent the energy that, right, again, think of the number 4. 4 represents stability. It represents security, okay? It represents the energy of safety, all of those things. This person needs to go and take that time out to get that stability, get right with their mind, their body, their spirit, okay? Recognize what it is that they truly want and need. If you look at where the swords are placed, we see 3 of Swords at the top. 3 of Swords represents the energy of loss, heartbreak, Okay, grief, mourning. The sword here represents the energy of the Ace of Swords. Over time, you can, things may take some time to heal, to grow. Just think of like when, we fall, okay, or maybe as a child, okay, we during in the playground, okay, and we slipped, fell, and we may have like brazen our knee. The knee needs time to heal. Just like we may need to take some time to heal, and we'll get over it, okay? But this is what's going on here. This person is taking that time to think, you know what, I need to take myself away from any distractions, okay? Perhaps for someone, it could be even like going on a retreat, going on some... Oh, and look what I see as well. We've been seeing a lot of numbers lately. Look at that while we film. While we film, we're on pile 1 right now. Okay, again, if you're watching this at another time and you see the date, don't worry about that. The messages are timeless. Okay, now, and it's funny enough, I just tend to have the phone on the side, so once I'm filming and I'm then clearing, I put the music back on. I put the music back on. But seeing that there is the energy of 111, it could be someone who's like they've been going through some things, and it could be again regrets on how they dealt with this connection, how they dealt with you. It could be also realizing, look at that, look who's appeared, the Queen of Swords. It feels like this could be why we're getting this whole like bucking on the words, because they're scared on how you're going to react. We have the finger, going back to the Jamaican proverb, we have the finger never say look here, it said look yonder. This is the energy about taking that time to see the bigger picture. Don't just look at what's going on here, but look around. Okay, sometimes when we're deep into something, we can only see here because we become very subjective. We can become it can become so personalized. We build an attachment to it that we can't see the outer picture, whereas somebody who is not connected, doesn't have a relationship, doesn't have a attachment to something, can see everything because they have the objective eyes to see something. And it feels like this person is now realizing, yeah, I need to look what we see. The Two of Pentacles has revealed itself, and behind that is the 10 of Pentacles, of family life, abundance, desiring this. This person is looking at their situation, and we can see the 9 of Swords. Okay, behind that is like, yeah, why did I do this? Why? Coming into their own. 9 representing that independence energy, that enlightenment, that awakening energy. They know that they've made some mistakes. And if you see what's going on with the Two of Pentacles, it's them wondering, has the ship sailed? Is it too late? Okay. Infinity energy. Okay. So with this infinity energy, it can represent that energy. Your options sometimes your options can last a lifetime. Okay, so sometimes you have to be wise, choose wisely. Okay, but also recognize that if you do if you do good, okay, do good can come back to you. Again, if you do some stupidness, you play silly games, them silly games can come back. So choose wisely. Sometimes when people see the Two of Pentacles, they're just like, it's got something to do with options and some decisions. But it's like, no, that infinity sign is also like it's like a silent warning. It's a silent warning. As well as the water behind the back. If you look carefully with the root chakra, there's a lot of root chakra colors going on, as well as a lot of that I think I said sacral chakra, or did I say sacral chakra? Trying to remember now. If I said sacral chakra to explain the confidence with the yellow, apologies, okay? Let me just break it back down if I did. The sacral chakra represents sexual reproductive energy, creative energy, okay, desire, okay. We see that a lot of that color here with the Two of Pentacles. The solar plexus, because I can't remember if I did say solar plexus, represents confidence, self-esteem, okay, self-worth, self-image. Okay, we have the root chakra, which is all about your moral compass, okay, right and wrong, your upbringing, how you was, you was brought up, like born and bred, that energy, okay. And then we see a bit of heart chakra. Let's put it that way, yeah. And we have the heart chakra, but we can see a little bit with the shoes, okay. So the heart chakra represents the energy of your heart, representing the energy of being able to give and receive love, okay. Then we have the throat chakra, so to be able to talk and express yourself freely, okay, communicating your feelings, okay. Then we have, we can use the same colors here for the third eye, representing your intuition. So trusting your intuition, located just between the two eyes, that little middle in between the two eyes. Then we have the crown chakra, so your head basically, so your ability to think, okay. Now think with clarity. Now if we look carefully, we're going to remove some of these now. Okay, although we've got the heart, if you look at the infinity sign is green, so this is kind of telling us go with, it's also saying you've kind of got to combine a lot of things here, okay. We see the sacral chakra, so this person is going on what they desire, but they're also with the root chakra, and we said the moral compass is like, what is this right though, is this wrong, what should I do? But I also have got to be mindful, whatever I choose, okay, I've got to make sure I make a wise decision. We have the water here. That water can also represent time, can also represent pressure, okay. Like you may not have, sometimes we might not have have a lot of time to make a decision. Now, perhaps this person may have been faced in this situation. Maybe there has been a situation going on in this connection where there's this energy of like, okay, like the ships are sailing. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make a choice. What you got this, and you've got these two options. What are you gonna do? And this person could be going like this constantly, like what do I pick? Really trying to think. I've got to do what's right. I've got to do what I'm attracted to, what I'm drawn to, what I want. But I'm also very mindful. If you see, there's a lot of red representing that heart, that root chakra. Sorry, that this person recognizes it's also based on their moral compass. Them looking at, is it right for me? Am I choosing right? Okay. So, going back to the Four of Swords, this is what's going on with this person. They are contemplating, they're looking deeply within themselves, okay, recognizing if, yes, I've got some clarity. That time up away has helped me to see things differently. It's helping me to see that I needed this time to then see how I can come towards you. Again, we have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords represents somebody who don't take no crap, okay? And they've kind of become this person over time, okay, as a way to kind of like assert themselves and say, no, this is my boundaries. You see how my sword, you see my sword? You know I don't ramp. You know I don't play. I don't play silly games, you know. If you could buck up on somebody who's a Queen of Swords, think of anybody that you can think of as a Queen of Swords, okay? A Queen of Swords, what's coming through for me? A Queen of Swords, if Matilda, the reference of Matilda's coming through. Miss Trenchbull, Miss Trenchbull. Yeah. Miss Trenchbull is coming through, but think of Miss Trenchbull as the Queen of Swords. You don't want to play with Miss Trenchbull. Now, this is what this person is fearful of. If you have become, like there's an energy of like become hardened towards them. Okay. However, trust your intuition and let that guide you. Okay. All right. But the energy here is that this person is recognizing that they've got to look at their faults, reflect on yours before criticizing others. Okay. Recognizing that they've got to do some work here, because we've got the moon card being here, and look at what's behind it as well. The 8 of Wands in the reverse, and I can see that Knight of Wands energy that is slowing. It has slowed them down when it comes to taking action, because they know that they have to get things right. So what we're going to do now, as we've had quite a long kind of tarot section, we're now going to go to the last part of the read, is pull out the blunt AFs and see what messages want to come through for the collective. But this is another time to have a little sip. Okay, so let us know what you're sipping on in the comments. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, share and comment down below. All right, so messages for pile 1, blunt AF. We're looking at the blunt AF. If we feel intuitively drawn to sing, we will sing. Okay, so blunt AF for pile 1. Messages that they need to hear right now. Okay, we see a lot of like regret energy. We see a lot of like this person is recognizing. There could also be someone who has a child here. Okay, there could also be the energy of like someone being immature. Let's see what's to come through for pile 1, blunt AF. Reveal those messages, blunt, for blunt AF. That's it. You and this person could be the same age, or they could be younger, or they act younger. Okay, we have quite a few. Any more? Last shuffle. Thank you. Okay. I'm also going to just pull from the Timeless Connection deck, Love and Reflection. Let's see what wants to come through for pile 1. Okay, look at that. Hopeful reunion. I hope we can reunite one day. So I hope we can reunite one day. Any more for pile 1? So it is definitely someone from the past. Last shuffle. Thank you. Someone from your past that still has their mind on you. We have distance. The distance is hard, but my feelings remain strong. Growth. I have grown since we last spoke. Looking back with regret. See this energy of regret coming through? I regret my choices. So, going back to that 2 of Pentacles. Knowing that they've got to make a choice. Be wise with your choice. Be wise with your choice. It's a lesson for us all to be wise with your choice. Okay, so be wise. We have missed moments. There were so many moments missed out on. Memories. Do you remember when we used to? Perhaps that could be something that they have shared. Okay, or it could also be another clue that you have memories with this person. So let's have a look at the blunt AF now. I'm done with what we had. I want it to be real if I get a second chance. I'm over this drama. Look at this energy again about travel. So perhaps there could be some hobbies or interests about travel. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure together. You are my type. I've never met anyone like you before. I'm still not over you. What do you think of a white picket fence? We saw the 10 of Pentacles earlier. So there's energy of that family life. And we have the 4 of Wands here. I was in a rebound connection, but all I saw was you. So all I saw of you, all I saw was you. So even though they may have, like, you've gone your separate ways, they still want you. You are still on my mind. So you are still on my mind. Commitment scares me right now. I need to work on my abandonment issues. So this could be another clue about what's going on here. I've liked you for a long time. Look, that word again, prioritize, has come back. I'm ready to prioritize you and make you my top priority. We have undeniable chemistry. I've been hurt before, but I can't let that affect us. Seeing others booed up makes me anxious about making the wrong move. This could be the Two of Pentacles energy as well. So seeing others all booed up makes me anxious about making the wrong move with you. I have a little growing up to do. Our differences are wild. I hope we can get through them. So this, again, there could be lots of differences. Perhaps it could be cultural, it could be ethnic. Okay, it could be many things. It could be even the distance. It could also be maybe someone comes from a family who are very invasive. Okay, very boundaries is not something that they fully understand, and it maybe could be culturally. Okay, I visualize seeing a text from you, but I know I need to make the first move. I please myself. Gotta keep it clean and classy for the algorithm. I please myself when I'm alone, thinking of you and calling your name. Ooh la la. Could we try again? Could we try again? I see myself in a long-term committed relationship with you. My period of growth has enlightened me to do better, but part of growth is accepting that feelings may not be reciprocated. So it may not be reciprocated for a second chance. I'm open, ready, and steady to love and be loved by you. Yeah, I'm feeling jealous right now. I didn't expect to run into you. So perhaps you may have come across one another in some shape or form. Okay, didn't expect to run into you. You are incredibly attractive. My feelings are shifting and I want more with you. I'm observing you from a distance. It could be through social media, mutual friends or connections. Could be even maybe family connections. Okay, I'm observing you from a distance to suss out if we are a good match. And I daydream about us. So from what we can see, there's a lot of energy here. We're going to leave you with one more, just a bonus. Let's see what wants to come through from the Romantic Angels Oracle deck for Pile 1. Messages for Pile 1. Blunt AF, the exact thoughts and feelings for you. Let's see what wants to come through for Pile 1. We have an energy of codependency. So we did see that with the Devil card. And that can represent energy of like attachments, or like not letting go of things, can result to this energy of like, as what we can see, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, is there anything else for Pile 1? Yes, we have this energy of separation. Okay, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Again, we're looking for somebody. We're looking for somebody, darling. We're looking for that someone, and that someone could have been from the past. It could be, your recent past, or it could be way back. And we have this energy of unrequited, so this on and off situation. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay. Any more while we're here? Yes, but we have an attraction. So do you see there's a lot of mixed signals coming through? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And it is very much like this mumbling like or bucking on words coming through. So we did say it was the last message, but we're going to give you an advice. We're going to give you an advice message and look at the intentions deck. I think I've got all of them. Yes, we've got. Let's look at their intentions. Blunt AF. Let's look at their intentions. Oh, they want to come out for pile 1. We have surface level. Their interest in you is surface level and lacks depth. Rekindling feelings. They are starting to rekindle their feelings for you and may want to reconnect. Now again, we are kind of covering different scenarios here. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, but trust your intuition and use your discernment. Okay, if it don't feel right, trust and believe. Okay. Okay, last shuffle. Last shuffle. Thank you. So, yes. So we have emotional dependence, which was that codependency energy. They depend on you emotionally, but struggle with consistent behavior. Now, this goes back to that energy of boundaries. Okay? We have revenge or spite. Their intentions might be driven by revenge or spite rather than love. So again, trust your intuition, use your discernment. Okay? We do see a lot of on and off energy. We do see this energy of like, someone still needs to go and learn. Now, again, okay, if it's not your story, it's not your story. Fear of rejection. They fear rejection, which is why they haven't reached out. And it could also be why we're getting, and look what I was just about to say, mixed signals. And look what we have, mixed signals. Their mixed signals stem from uncertainty about their feelings. And we did see about like this abandonment issues, so there could be some inner child stuff going on as well. Testing the waters. They are exploring their options and are curious. So they're curious, okay, curious about where things might go with you. And we have casual attraction. They are attracted to you, but they're not looking for anything serious at the moment. So, one more message, because as this one it has been like this, we're going to leave you with a self-love message. Let's see what you need to hear right now from the Love Yourself First deck. For Blunt AF. Last shuffle. Thank you. Learn to compromise. Compromise is essential. Find common ground that honors both perspectives. And again, that's like that Six of Pentacles where you're working, supporting one another. Okay, think of that scale. Set intentions for love. So set clear intentions for what you want in love and relationships, so it can come your way. Value consistency. Consistency breeds security. So be reliable in your actions and words. Now take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. Visualize your future together. Dream together about the future you want to create as a couple. And be open. We have to be open. This is a message for us all, collective. If we are not open and we're not ready to allow our heart to be able to give, to be able to receive, we're blocking ourselves. So we have to embrace that vulnerability. It deepens intimacy and trust in relationships. Foster independence. Maintain your individuality. Okay? A healthy relationship allows both partners to thrive. Allows both, period. 100%. 100%. You give to me, I give to you. You give to me, and I give to you, sweet baby. Okay, Beres Hammond is coming through. Trying to remember the name of the song. But the lyrics in the song goes, you give to me and I give to you. You give to me and I give to you, sweet baby. Okay? It's about working together, collaborating, supporting. All of these things makes a foundation. So the foundation has to be right. If the foundation, think of it, if the foundation is built on something solid, right, we can build on it. If the foundation is built on sand, what happens to the sand? A little bit of water comes, it starts to break away very easily. Got to build that foundation, and it's got to be based on building those set with those intentions, and then let the things grow. Okay, so we're gonna leave it here. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. Asoika. Asoika is Jamaican patois, and it simply means this is how it goes. So just take what resonate. Take what resonate and leave the rest. And leave the rest for others. Okay? If it's not your story, there are plenty of other timeless reads available on the Gwan Tarot channel. Okay? So, big up to yourselves every time. Much love and blessings from Auntie T. We love Uno. We love Uno. Simply means we love you all. Jamaican patois, Uno, simply means all of you. So, we love all of you. Much love and blessings. Take time to look after yourself. Look good. Feel good. Stay blessed. Keep sipping. And we'll see you on the next one. If you feel drawn to have a look at Pile 2, or Pile 3, feel free to do so. Okay? Wagwan. Wagwan, people. Wagwan tea sippers. Wagwan Majella rolls. So, we are on Pile 2 and we're exploring Blunt AF, their exact thoughts and feelings for you. So, if you are new here, big up, ayy, big up, big up, every time, big up, ayy, big up, every time. To our subscribers, our intuitive tea sippers, our generals, big up, ayy, big up, every time, big up, ayy, big up, every time. Big up yourselves every time. Much love and blessings from Auntie T. So, if you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. Let us know what you are sipping on, where you're from. Come and represent, okay? Big up every time. And I'm sipping on some ginger and lemon and turmeric tea. So let us know in the comments what you are sipping on. Okay? From time to time you may hear okay? Let us know. No. Rewind. So woy, okay, or woy is essentially a Jamaican phrase. It's the equivalent to like OMG. Okay, it can be used to show excitement, irony, different, okay, many different circumstances. So I like to use it while I'm connecting with those intuitive downloads that want to come through and say, "Woy." That's basically what I'm doing, but I'm doing "woy, oy, oy, oy" in a CE way. So let's get into the read, okay? Messages for Pile 2. Let's see Wagwan. Now, Wagwan simply means what is going on, and what we're doing is looking at what's going on in the cards. So, let's start. We have, I want to make up for lost time with you. Okay? The energy of 2 represents options, decisions, okay, choices, balance, okay? So there could be this energy here. I want to make up for lost time with you. I regret that we no longer talk. I wish I could pick up the phone and tell you how I feel. Now, in Pile 1, there was this strong energy of regret. So we're going to just have a look, okay, if this is like a occurring theme that's coming through, like an energy of regret, an energy of someone wishing that they can be in contact with you right now. There are so many things I haven't said yet. I am jealous when I see you with someone else. So they could perhaps have like see you on social media. Okay, maybe there might be some mutual connections between you two. There is a truth I've been hiding. What's your view on marriage and starting a family? That's my aim in the near future. Okay. Just so you can see what's going on here. I'm confused about where we stand. I feel like there's something special between us. Okay, I still remember your perfume. Okay, scent. So there could be something significant about your perfume scent. They may have complimented it. Okay. Feels like they could also have fantasized it about you. I want to be honest about my feelings for you. So let's see what they want to kind of tell. We have, I want to reconcile and make things right. So there's an energy of reconciliation here as well. The energy of reconciliation was also very strong in pile 1, but there was also some kind of like mixed situations going on with their intentions. I regret not giving us a real chance. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight to their intentions and have a look. And that will, let's have a look and see what their true intentions are. Blunt AF for pile 2. Their exact thoughts and feelings for you. What are their true intentions for you? What are their true intentions? Again, if this messages are not for you, they're not for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Last shuffle. Thank you. That's what we do around here. You can have a look at pile 1 and look at pile 3 if you feel drawn to. Okay, or if you want to. So we're going to have a look at all the messages regarding intentions. We have nostalgic feelings. They are feeling nostalgic and miss the good times you shared, but are unsure about rekindling the relationship. We have closure needed. They need closure and may not be looking to get back together. Waiting for a sign. So they are waiting for a sign from you before making any contact. Okay, so that could be this energy of like, is it safe? Is it, is it mutual? Okay, I don't want to face embarrassment if it's not. There's this energy going on here. Non-committal. They enjoy, so non-committal. They enjoy the thrill of the chase, but are not interested in commitment. We have surface level. This came through for pile 1. Their interest in you is surface level and lacks depth. We have regret and apology. They regret the past, and they regret their past actions and want to apologize, hoping for a second chance. We have curious observation. They are observing you from a distance to see if you are a good match. We have a hidden admirer. So this could be a hidden admirer, could be a friend. Okay, they have been admiring you from afar and are too shy to approach you directly. And we have testing the waters. They are exploring their options and are curious about where things might go with you. This was also in, I believe, pile 1. Okay, so now let's have a look at the tarot and see what wants to come through for the tarot. Okay, just notice that 9 of Cups here in the reverse. The 9 of Cups, we're going to take it to tarot school at Gwan Tarot Tea. I'm going to take a nice sip before we do though. Okay, we've got some turmeric, lemon and ginger tea. So let us know what you are sipping on in the comments, and cheers to intuitive gems. Okay. We have the 9 of Cups in the reverse position. In this rewind, we've got a lot of rewind moments today. In this position, it represents wholesomeness, okay, fulfillment, okay, feeling good, feeling vibrant about yourself, feeling like I can just sit in my peace. Okay, I know thyself. I love myself, okay? I'm thankful for the achievements that I have in my life and where I am. I'm at peace. Okay? Think of self-love and the embodiment of self-love. This is the Nine of Cups. Okay? When we like emotionally connected, okay? In this position, okay, it represents the energy of disconnect with their emotions. The green is also a dead giveaway. The green, okay, represents the heart chakra energy. The heart chakra is all about to give and receive love. All of this is representing like their passions. Everything that they've done is showing you like their passions. The white is also kind of representing the energy of that transparency in telling you about their feelings, what they've done, they've achieved. It could be someone who's like so passionate about what they have in their life or what they've achieved that they're happy to have an interview. Think of like those podcasters, okay, who go and speak to somebody who've had a successful career in sports, science, technology. That's very much kind of like the Nine of Cups energy in this position. It's someone who's going through all those trials, tribulations, what they've learned. It's kind of them basically being honest, giving you the good, the bad, the ugly, kind of, okay, and how they got there, what they learned, okay. This is the Nine of Cups energy. Now, it was in this position, okay, so this is telling us that there is still some work needed to be done. Sometimes this can also represent the energy of like, yeah, I'm doing the work, but it stops there. If you try to like scratch the surface and try to pull more information, try to challenge what they mean by that, you don't get much, because this person still doesn't know exactly what the work is. Okay? I hope it's making sense. They don't actually know what the work is. They may be good at saying things, and perhaps this could be what's gone on here. They could be very good at trying to mask, appear like everything is okay, like, yeah, I've got this, thanks. And it feels very much like there could be someone who has maybe a short, like, perhaps it could have been like you want this person to talk more, communicate more, okay, and there's just been energy of like shortness. Now, it feels like this person may have also done this because there's like an embarrassment. There is also what's coming through is something like someone might be more educated than somebody else. Take it where it resonates. They may have some kind of fear about talking about feelings, okay? And it could also be something to do with peer pressure that's coming through. And that was also in part one, this energy of like, they don't like looking bad in any shape of, even though it could be all in their head, okay. So let's have a shuffle now. It was just noticeable what we saw there, okay. Right, have a little shuffle. And if you haven't done so, oh, look at that, look what's popped through. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles popped up in part one. The Two of Pentacles has popped up, but it's in this position. This is someone who's like, they're not sure what to do. But it can also represent this energy like someone wants to make a decision, but they could be stuck. It feels like they could be stuck on what decision they make. Okay, but essentially, the thing about this, and it's funny because it's also showed itself on Power 2, and we said that the energy of 2 may pop up with choices, decisions, etc. Now this is kind of telling us there's an energy of something stagnant, something stuck, okay? This person knows that they need to make some kind of choice or decision, but it could be that they have worn themselves out by, oh, what do I do? Should I do this? What do I do? Not, and it could be also not connecting with their intuition, not trusting themselves. Okay, again, it could be peer pressure. It could be trying to go with what the crowd does rather than what do I do. Okay, following the herd, but is this right for me though? Or am I just following fashion? Okay, but ultimately, it can also represent the energy of not making a choice is still a decision. Okay, sometimes some people like to like the energy of like sit on the fence, and it's like, right, think of like a campaigners, and you've got some protesters, and you're like, right, we want to fight for justice. We don't like what's going on in our community. We want, people to think about the climate and think about protecting our environment, protecting, the things around us. Come on, let's go out there and do our bit to support the environment, protect the world, because we only have one world to live in. Okay, and you might have some people like, yeah, we believe in that. We're on that. We're on that. Yeah, we're supporting that. Come on, we're on that. And you have some people who say, yeah, we're on that. Yeah, and then when it comes to like going to like support a mission, going to help out, going on a community day where it's like, right, everyone gets a bag and we go around our local area picking up things, they're nowhere to be seen. Okay, I hope that's making sense. It's another way to help you to understand the Two of Pentacles. So essentially, that person is still making a decision, because they may have sat on the fence to say, well, I'm going to weigh it out and I'm going to see where it goes. But by not making a decision, you've also made a choice. This is where sometimes people get a bit like, you've made a choice. Because ultimately, the choice is not taking any action. Alright, I hope that's making sense. So let's have a look and see what's significant in the middle. Look at that. We have the Hangman. We have the Hangman. We have the Hangman. And we have the Queen of Wands popping up. We have the similar energy coming through from pile 1. But this time the Queen of Wands is in the downright position. And we have the Hangman in the upright position. So, this is telling us, look what's behind it though. Okay. This is telling us that there could be this energy of this person is recognizing their flaws, but also it could be telling us with the Queen of Wands being here, the Queen of Wands could be also you. There could be some regrets that maybe you might be very stern towards them. Okay, perhaps it feels like they might feel that you might be, what's coming through is like teasing them. Okay, because we have this energy of like jealousy, and perhaps they may be seeing you and feeling like maybe you are playing games as well. Okay, and it feels like this person is like, right, it feels like this person could be like, right, this is all in my head, I need to stop doing this, it's me, because we have the Hangman here. So the Hangman is that representing that energy of like, right, I need to be at peace, I need to be in serenity with my body, my mind, my spirit, like everything. Okay, could be working on their well-being right now, focusing on themselves. Okay, the Hangman is that strong, okay, water energy with the Pisces. We've got the Pisces, the Scorpio, and the Cancer energy. Okay, it represents that strong water sign of like, think of like water, like being still, but also like, it's like the Hangman is like a replenishing energy. Okay, we have that strong heart chakra there, which is telling us there's a lot of energy of like the give and receive with love. By connecting with that, they can also attract true clarity. Okay, they can be upside down but still can see everything like they are upright. I hope that's making sense. And it could be that they're recognizing while they're in that position, seeing how they've dealt with you, seeing how they have gone about things. The Queen of Wands can also represent somebody else. So there could be also this energy of maybe playing the field, having many other options, this non-committal vibe, okay? Now in pile 1 we mentioned about the Queen of Wands can be that queen that you tend to see when there's some kind of non-committal cheating, affair, vibes going on, okay? So let's have a look and see what's significant at the front. Yes, we have the Chariot. So we have the Chariot here and it's in the reverse position. Okay, so the Chariot is a movement energy. This is like move. Okay, move. Move. Get out the way. Say, get out the way. Ludacris is coming through. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Move. Get out the way. Say, get out the way. You've got to get out the way when the Chariot comes through. Look at the Chariot. You see the Chariots coming with their horse and carriage. You can't play with the Chariot. You better get out the Chariot's way before you get stomped on. Oh, we're coming up with some auntie jokes today. So you got to see, like, they don't play, but we see it in this position. Look what's behind it. We see it in this position, okay? We see it in this position, which is kind of giving this energy of like, there's a stubbornness to movement, okay? This is a Cancer energy, water sign. So again, think Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? So the person you could be dealing with, okay, could have a lot of water in their chart. And there's also, we see fire with the Queen of Wands. So there could be a lot of water and fire so far that we've seen, okay? But there's this energy of stubbornness here. Again, stubbornness does not work in a connection. Stubbornness does not work in a relationship. This is a message for us all. This is a message for us all. And we have the King of Cups in the reverse. The King of Cups in the reverse. So this is kind of telling us there has been some back and forth between you and this person. Okay, this person could be on your mind. And we're going to do another shuffle again. Okay, they could be on your mind right now. They could have you on their mind right now. And there could be some tit for tat stuff going on. It feels like a tit for tat, watching what you're doing, and then it feels like this person may be very active on social media, trying to show what they've got going on to see if, yes, look at that, to see if they can like get you feeling jealous in some way. But we're going to read it upright and in the down position, but it did come out in the down position with the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles represents an energy. Again, Four represents stability, security, safety. Okay, think of those three keywords. Okay, the ground, like a strong grounding energy, strong foundation energy. Now, this person is holding on for dear life. The pentacles that they have, again, that earthy energy. But if you look where they're holding it, they're holding it in all the places of their chakra points. This means that they're not open. They're even wearing a black cape to try and hide a lot of that energy. Okay, and we see a lot of root chakra energy, which represents their upbringing, their inner child, their moral compass. Okay, this is all of this energy. Okay, their energy of right and wrong, to make decisions, to make choices. Okay, and we have a bit of, this could be red or it could be orange. Okay, it looks a bit on the orange. So the orange could represent the sacral chakra, which represents creativity, sexual reproductive energy. Okay, movement, travel. So let's say it's the sacral chakra. And we see a little bit of the green which represents the heart chakra. Okay, the heart chakra. Now, so to give and receive love. So if you see what's going on, there is a very stubborn energy with the Four of Pentacles. This is kind of like, I'm keeping my cards close to my chest and I'm watching you. We're watching each other. Okay, we're watching one another. Now, if you see, it's right next to the Seven of Pentacles. The sevens represents contemplation energy. Okay, it can also represent the energy of content. Okay, it can represent the energy of like standing up for something. Okay, and what we see here with that defiance energy with the Seven of Wands is like, no, I'm standing up for this. But it can also represent the energy of stubbornness because it's right next to the Four of Pentacles. Okay, someone is not, again, they're holding everything dear, close to their chest, not trying to give anything away. But again, what we said, that stubbornness energy does not work in a connection, does not work in a relationship. And this person recognizes this because it came out in this position, which is telling us that they know that they've got to come out of their way. They're blocking themselves. They're blocking themselves. The Seven of Wands is telling us that this person wants to let go of all of those let go of any like blockages, let go of any inhibitions that they may have, let go of any stubborn behavior they may have shown. Okay, and really just lead with confidence, really lead with like, right, I'm doing this because this is right. I'm doing this because I want this, and I'm stepping into that energy. Okay, especially with the Four of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, letting go. If I'm holding on so tight like this, I'm actually not allowing anything in, and I'm not allowing anything out. Okay, now if this is a hidden admirer, it could be someone who wants to come forward and show you love. Okay, again, there could be some fear around it. It could be feeling that maybe, what if I do confess and you're not my type? What if you're not into me? And I could be so embarrassed. Okay, now if it's someone from the past, it could be someone recognizing that they're looking back at where you last left off. Perhaps it could have been something to do with a lack of closure. Okay, and they've still, even if there's been some distance between you and this person, okay, whether it's like a recent separation, like anything from 3 months to going to the last 10 years or so, that this person still has you on their mind. They may even try to look for somebody that looks like you, or try to be very active on social media, okay, to appear like they've got this vibrant, soft life. That's what's coming through. Soft life going on. But what's coming through is not Nagwan. it's just smoke and mirrors. Not Nagwan means nothing is going on. Okay? It just is smoke and mirrors that they're trying to sell. Think of like someone's trying to sell you snake oil. They're trying to sell you something. Okay? Yeah. They're trying to sell you, convince you. Okay, but they're trying to convince themselves. But again, nothing, nah, Gwan. Okay, not nah, Gwan. Okay, nothing is going on. They're trying to create that illusion to make you feel like, let's say, if you may still have feelings, that you may go on their page, go and have a look just to see. You might say, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But it's like, I did it. You go and have a look and you're thinking, oh my gosh, but like John or Jane is having so much fun. Like, wow, like, am I that, it feels like it's going to make you question your own, like, am I that boring? Like, oh my gosh, look at the fun things they're doing. It's like you may try to contemplate and think about, and it's like, no, don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that, because there is smoke and mirrors. There is an energy of trying to create that illusion, and it could also be because this person is still heavy on trying to hold on to your energy. So by doing anything that they can to impress, to show off. Again, it could even have like what could be like they could have lots of other people you've noticed, and you're thinking, wow. But what the message is saying is, don't get caught up in that. If anything, don't get yourself caught up in that temptation of, oh, let me look, because what that is like trying to lure you in to then get you questioning yourself. Okay. So we have, yes, because look, the Two of Pentacles, sorry, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is an energy of movement, wanting to come towards you, wanting to call you. So this is telling us that this person wants more, but it feels like there's still this energy of game playing. So really trust your intuition, use your discernment, because at the front of the deck we have this energy of judgment. Okay, that judgment is telling us that put the games aside. You've got to make a choice. You've got to make a decision. You can't keep playing games now. You can't keep playing the games. This is the blunt AF as we can be here. You can't play games and expect to get a first class ticket. It's not going to work to a connection, to a beautiful, solid foundation connection. It doesn't work like that. You got to be transparent. You got to be true. You got to be real. Real, recognize real. You got to tap into that. Okay, this is a message for us all. It's a message for this person that could be watching as well. Okay, it feels like they may try to watch or seek answers as well from readings. But you've got to be honest. You've got to be real. Stop playing games. We have this energy here. This person recognizing their world. Again, there could be a lot of fabrication in their world. We have the strong energy of someone may create this persona. Perhaps you have seen the real person. They know you've seen them, that others may not have that entitlement or have seen it. Again, it could be that your own intuitive sense has recognized that this person creates this mask, okay, when they're around others, but you've seen that real mask. And it could be that this person is drawn to you even more because you've seen that part of them where others haven't. Or you've sensed it, clocked it, intuitively clocked it. Okay? Even sometimes you might like, oh, I can't put my finger on it, but why? Why does John do this? Why does Jane do this? And we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So the Page of Cups in the reverse is kind of giving this energy of like, yeah, I don't want this. Yeah, I'm not ready right now. I'm not really giving love. Yeah. But what we see is because there's this energy of game playing going on. Okay. Now, it could be any sign because we have the fire energy. We have some water energy. Okay, so think of fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We have water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. We have that strong Scorpio energy here as well. So think of the water sign again. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, but it's ultimately it's that like right decision has to be made. Let's see what's here. We have another major arcana. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess has popped up. So think of that water energy again. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. The High Priestess being here, when the High Priestess pops up here, it's like, you know this person has been playing games. This is confirmation that anything that you have felt, anything that you have sensed about this person, you've been clued on. You've clocked the T. Can we have it in the comments down below? Clock the T. It lets me know you've come this far in the read, okay? And we are vibing, okay? You're vibing with Auntie T. We're intuitively vibing, okay? You've clocked the T. You've clocked that they play games. And it feels like they play games because there's a deep fear of, like, showing their feelings and their feelings not being reciprocated. There's a deep fear. But you've clocked the T, you've clocked that whole persona. It feels like what's coming through is like this person acts like a real dork. but it's like it's kind of giving. I don't know if anyone's watched Johnny Bravo, but that's what it's giving Johnny Bravo. This persona, like they've put on this persona, but you've seen the real person. Look what we have here. Deep down, they want. Look what they want. Look what they want. But the justice and the judgment card, we have two, we have three major arcanas that have popped up. The High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess, we'll put them in order. So we have the Judgment that popped up first. Okay, we have the High Priestess second. And we have the Justice card. Now, if you look what's going on here with these three major arcanas, all of these are ultimately based around your choices, decision making, okay, trust in yourself, and the karmic consequences as well. Consequences can be positive as well as negative. Even though sometimes we might just think of consequences with the implication that it's negative, but they can be positive, they can be negative. But if we look at the judgment here, look at what the High Priestess is saying, and look at what the Justice card is saying, it's telling us there's this energy of like, you can't be sitting on the fence. If you want something, you have to work for it. You have to go out there. You have to put yourself out there. You have to make yourself available. You have to be transparent. You have to be real. Okay? You have to be about that life. You have to want to accept growth in your life. Now, there's a number that's coming through, an angel number, 1212. Okay? Add them together. That makes 33. That's the energy of growth. You got to be on that. And it's the energy of like mirroring. Both got to be on that. It can't be a one way like oh yeah, I'm about this life, then I try to create this whole fake persona to get someone riled up, someone triggered, someone jealous, all this kind of strippiness, playing games. Playing games wins silly prizes. If you're not about that life, don't choose it. Because the judgment is saying it's ultimately going to result to some negative consequences. The High Priestess is saying you got to trust your intuition on that. Stop playing games. Stop playing games. You know what time it is. Stop playing games. Stop playing games. The Justice card is saying, If you know yourself, you wouldn't be playing like that. You're creating some imbalance here. You don't want to be playing like that. You might have to restart some cycles again if you don't act right. Okay? And what we mean by cycles is, let's say, and we all go through different lessons in life, okay? We can plan for life, but sometimes, depending on what, it could be what's, going on, we can have other lessons that we were meant to learn along the way. Okay? Now, here, it feels like this person, their lesson is that they've got to be real. They've got to be real with you. They've got to be real with you. Look what we have behind that. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. We have the Strength card. A sneeze from nowhere. We have the Strength card in the reverse. So this is telling us that this person knows that they have to get themselves, which is another major arcana. They've got to work on themselves. They've got to really get themselves out the way. Because if they want this, then you've got to stop giving the mixed signs. Stop giving the mixed signs. Okay? There's a song coming through. I think it's Barry White. You're telling me this, you're telling me that. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. I think it's Barry White. Practice what you preach. Okay? So be real, be honest. What are you saying? What are you saying? Okay. Now I've picked up this card, but we're going to start with this Jamaican Proverbs first. See what messages want to come through for pile 2. Blunt AF. Blunt AF. Blunt AF. Can we have one message though, please? Because we've got quite a few. But, you know what? We'll keep them all. Because it looks like we have... This one came through for pile 1. The finger never say, look here, but look yonder. So look beyond. We see that energy with the 2 of Wands being here. Don't just look at the little world that you have. Look around you. Take an objective lens and pan out everywhere. Okay, is this what you want for yourself? Okay, have you recognized that you've been playing games? Okay, great. Now, what can we do to stop these games? What do we need to do? What inner work do we need to do? Do we need to work on that inner child? Do we need to connect with the mother wounds? If there's any mother wounds, do we need to work on any father wounds? Do we need to take time and look at if we're doing any red eye business? Now, in Jamaican culture, we have this thing called red eye and we have this thing called bad mind. Bad mind is essentially like jealous energy, watching what others people have but not taking the time to go and do your own work, to go achieve it, to go work on it. It's just like you may not even have any interest or desire, okay, or you may even laugh at the other person when you see them trying to try or do something, but when it's like, oh, it's starting to work, instead of like, right, let me take on that or inspiration to then go and work on myself. Remember, we saw the 9 of Cups in that position, in the downright position. That represents that energy. Okay, it represents this red eye, bad-minded energy. Okay. So, going back to what I was saying. Yes, so bad mind and then the red eye. Red eye again is like being watchful, jealous. Okay, so it's like letting go of that. Don't be watching what other people have. And again, one thing was always taught. You don't know what they did to get that. You don't know what they did. Did they have the right intentions when they went to go and achieve it? Okay? Always be mindful of that. So, here, it feels like this is what this message that this person needs to hear. Okay? It's also a message for us all to hear. Okay? Go with good intentions. Let those good intentions carry. Let those good intentions follow. The universe will do the rest for you. Okay? The universe will do the rest for you. Okay? What we see here with the judgment being here, what we see with the high priestess being here, and what we see with the justice, this is kind of like a message, like a warning message to say, hey, I'm going to go into the Jamaican style now. Hey, my youth, you better be careful, you know, what you do. You better be careful what you do. Because if you play some stupid games, it'll come back upon you, you know. It will come back upon you. So make sure you know what you are do. Oh, alright. So, thank you, Auntie T, Mother's Tongue. Right. So basically, what we were saying, okay, is basically you better know what you're doing. Again, like we said, consequences can be positive and can be negative. The judgment, the high priestess, and the justice being here is a warning. Okay, now it's not a warning to be like, oh, not to be scared, but it's to say, right, everyone has free will, but if your free will is not aligned with good consequences, then you have to be prepared for some bad consequences. So go with good intention, let that good intention do its work. The good intention will set the seed. It will plant, it will grow, it will flourish, it will nourish, it will glow. Okay, I was trying to get into a little rhyme, but it will grow, it will flourish, it will nourish. Hey? Hey, is there any other words that end with ish? If you do, put it in the comments down below. But it will flourish, it will grow, it will, you okay? I hope it's making sense. So go with good intention. if you want a good solid foundation, okay, there's a song coming through, Sizzler, okay, solid as a rock. Solid as a rock, they cannot stop me now. Solid as a rock. If you want something solid as a rock, you have to build it on good intentions, good attitude, good mind, good mindset. The opposite of bad mind. Good mindset. Let that energy, again, thoughts and feelings combine. They create a marriage on its own. They create a connection on its own. They create a female counterpart. They create a male counterpart. Okay, they create something. They build something. They flourish. So make it be a positive energy that flourishes, not a negative. Okay, I hope that's making sense. So that's what the finger is saying. Look around. Look beyond. Don't just look here and then you just have a one way of thinking, a one way mindset. That's not going to help you. This is what the judgment, the high priestess, the justice is trying to tell you. And it's trying to say, with that Four of Pentacles, get out your way. Don't get caught up in no stubborn and tight ways and I look for look, or I'll give if you give me. Them type of ways there is not going to help you grow. Okay? Oy, 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 oy. And we have to see me and live with me are two different things. This is again going back about the mass. To see me and live with me are two different singting. They're two different things. Two different singting means something. They're two different things. They're two different somethings. It's all about the mass. How we present ourselves outside to how we present ourselves indoors are completely different. If we know someone very well, we can laugh, we can kiki, we can kick our legs up in the air, feel no way. We might even burp, we might even fart by accident. We might even fart while laughing. That's when you know you're fully comfortable around somebody. Okay, where you just fart, you're like, oops, oh, sorry. You're like, ugh. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit cheesy. Okay, you can feel comfortable. You can feel really comfortable. This person knows they need to get there. They have to get there and stop. What's the word that wants to come through is stop the effery. You have to stop the effery. Okay, effery means you have to stop the foolishness. Okay, but we have to keep it clean and classy. But stop the foolishness. Stop it. Stop it. If you want something like this to come into your life, you think the Ten of Cups is based on foolishness? The Ten of Cups is based on solid foundation. That solid foundation is connecting with you, loving on you, stepping in your own, okay, stepping into your own confidence. You step into your own confidence, you attract that confidence with somebody else. So stop playing games, because the judgment is telling you, hey, my youth. Hey, my youth. My youth just meaning, hey, my young person. Stop playing games. Stop playing games, you hear? You hear that? I'm giving you this warning. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Look at that. The Hermit being here saying, yeah, you better take some time and wake up yourself right now. You better wake up out of your stupidness. You better wake up out of your stupidness. Stop playing them silly games. Stop it. Okay? Because the justice is saying, you know where that goes. It's going to take you to one route to, oh no, why did I do this to myself again? The justice being in that position is saying, look, we gave you a chance to make a decision. But, as you know, the universe can't keep trying to keep getting you out of things. You also have the free will to make the right choices. So stop playing silly games. You hear? You dig? All right. Awo. Okay, can you say awo? Awo. Awo is just basically like at the end of a sentence, especially when it's like you're post in Jamaican culture, you're giving like you're having a talk and you're really giving some knowledge or sense, or you're it's kind of like a confirmation. You say as confirmation, like, you better get that. Okay, okay, I'm no more talk now. I'm done. Get, if you haven't got it, you will never get it. Okay. Oh, all right. So we have 1-1 cocoa full basket. This is all about quality over quantity. So stop playing games. When you find something that you really like, you're drawn to it, you're attracted to it, you know what it is that you want. You go with your good intentions. The one quality cocoa. Cocoa is a there's two things, okay, two things called cocoa. We have one that's like a yam vegetable, small yam vegetable, okay, in Jamaican culture, and we also have the chocolate, the cocoa bean, okay. So they're both called cocos, which can be kind of confusing. So, but the idea is that you have one beautiful cocoa in a basket. That one beautiful cocoa is enough okay, is enough. So even if you had gone try and seek for more cocos, none of them will like qualify to the one that you've already found that is substantial, sufficient, has everything you need and more. This person is recognizing that when they deal with you, this is how they have to operate. Stop having this like, oh yeah, this non-committal vibe. Oh yeah, but what if I like get with Jane, call you Jane, call this person John, and maybe, you know, things like, it's like there's this energy of like being non-committal, but it feels like it's also an energy based on fear. It's like you got to tap yourself out of that, because you might get older. What's coming through is you may get older and then you're full of regrets that you've missed out on opportunities. Now, there could be also someone here who has missed out on opportunities, because we do have that closure that is, even if you and this person have not been together for a while, there's this energy of like, should have been you. It should have been you I married. It should have been you I got with. It should have been you I settled down with. But I played some games and I've acted stupid and I acted foolish, and now I have to pay the price. If you care to share, put it in the comments down below. But focus and achieve. Perseverance. 8 of Pentacles is that perseverance energy. Abundance, prosperity can only prosper. So now we pull out the Romantic Angel Oracle deck, and let's see what wants to come through for pile 2. Messages for pile 2. And then we're going to end with the Blunt AF. Thank you. Last shuffle. Last shuffle. Okay, we have, yes, worth waiting for. So, divine timing is at work. This is why we see that Judgment card saying, hey, don't look at that. Look what's behind here. The Two of Cups. Stop playing games. This is saying stop playing games. Stop playing games. Okay? So divine timing is at work in your love life. Healing family issues. So we did mention about mother wounds, father wounds, inner child wounds. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So forgive your parents. Sometimes an easier way to work through healing when it comes to your parents is see them as their younger self. If you have any imagery or pictures, try to look at them when they were small children and talk to them as if they were those small children in front of you, and understand maybe what they may have experienced, maybe whether it was positive, whether it was negative, and how as they grow up, how that may have impacted their development and then their ability or their capacity to then parent you. Essentially, it's kind of giving you an opportunity to reparent yourself with compassion and care, but also forgiveness. Okay? Sometimes it's not about forgiveness, as where some people are like, oh, it's just, you know, no, to forgive, but it's not forget, but it's about forgiveness for you. Because if we hold on to things that are essentially not good for us, it could be pain, it could be trauma, it could be resentment. That is again the Four of Pentacles energy. It's weighing us down. It's weighing us down. It's then resulting to stubborn energy. It's blocking us. Let it go. So that we can attract that Ten of Cups, that energy of the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups together. But we first have to be, you know, in that energy to like, right, I give you my cup. Okay, another song coming through, one of my favorite songs. Okay, John McLean, Lovers Rock song. If I gave my heart to you, what would you do with it? Would I think I need a sip. Would you tear it up? Yeah, we need a sip. We're gonna take a sip. But the lyrics are essentially, would you tear it apart or would you treasure it? Okay? Or would you look after it? Okay? Would you tear it apart or would you look after it? And then I think it says something, oh, would you treasure it? Okay? So, if I gave my heart to you, what would you do with it? You first both have to be like, right, we're ready to give, show love and, you know, receive love. Okay? We also have forgiving and learning. So look at this coming through, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. We have this energy of, is it safe to love you? Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And we have passion. Allow your heart to sing. Sing with joy, your heart and your soul. To sing with joy. That's where you're going to embrace these passionate moments. Ooh la la. So last but not least, we're going to look at the blunt AF now. So let's take another sip moments. Okay, so we're going to take another sip. I'm enjoying this tea, but I find it's a bit dry into the throat. Okay, it's a bit dry into the throat. I don't know if it's the turmeric or the ginger doing it, but sip sip, cheers to intuitive gems. Alright, so let's have a look. Blunt AF, we're gonna sing. Okay, we're just gonna sing Blunt AF. Blunt AF, Blunt AF for pile 2. Tell me how you feel, Blunt AF. Blunt AF, tell me how you feel, baby. Baby, tell me how you feel, baby. Ooh, tell me how you feel, baby. Ooh, look at them. Tell me how you feel, baby. You like to go low, bring out those feelings, okay? Tell me how you feel, baby. Ooh. Tell me how you feel, baby. Last shuffle. Tell me how you feel, baby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Right. So, last but not least, we're going to look at these blunt AF messages. I sit back and reflect on the things you said and realize you saw things in me that I didn't see. I see now. We need to figure this out. Are you open to this too? Ooh la la. You have helped me to know my worth. I was being selfish with my time and I'm deeply sorry for how I made you feel. I regret how things ended. Your inner strength has helped me more than you think to connect with mine. I'm open, ready and steady for love. I am emotionally available. Oy, 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 oy. This distance is tough for me, but I hope we can get through this. I hope we can get through this. I'm standing up for myself and the connection. You're still on my mind. You are still on my mind. I can't help but be drawn to you. Seeing others booed up makes me anxious about making the wrong move with you. I have a little growing up to do. I joke a lot, and this could be the mask coming through, to hide my feelings, but something tells me you have figured me out. You were right to cut me off for being a time waster. So you are right for cutting me off for being a time waster. We misunderstood each other badly. Our differences are wild. I hope we can get through them. Okay. I was in a rebound connection, but all I saw was you. Whoopsie, whoopsie. We get a little bit of shake, and it's funny. I don't know where that came from. I would like want my hand to just have a little, like, little scratch on my head, and it feels like it was connected with this, like someone's had in like, there's been like an awakening, a bump to like a knock to say like, wake out of it, wake up, stop doing this to yourself, stop doing this. I visualize seeing a text from you, but I know I need to make the first move. So we're gonna leave it here. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. I saw it go. I saw it go. I saw it go is Jamaican patois, and it simply means this is how it goes. And this is how it goes around here. We just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? If you feel drawn to have a look at Pile 1, Pile 3, feel free to do so. But whatever you do, make sure you prioritize you. Look after yourself. Look good. Feel good. Keep sipping. Stay hydrated. And we'll see you on the next one. Much love and blessings from your Jamaican auntie, Auntie T. So we'll see you on the next one. And Gwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan my generals. So we're on Pile 3 and we're exploring Blunt AF, their exact thoughts and feelings for you right now. So if you are new here, big up, big up, a big up, big up, big up, big up, a big up, big up. Every time, much love and blessings from Auntie T, and to our subscribers, our tea sippers, and our generals. We're gonna say big up, big up, big up to yourself every time. Big up, big up. Big up to yourself every time. Big up, big up. Big up to yourself every time. Big up, big up. Big up to yourself every time. Hey, much love and blessings from Auntie T. So, we're going to get into a little bit of housewarming. If you hear, oi, 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 yo, 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 little bogle dance. It just simply means, okay, when those intuitive downloads come through, it's just how I connect with those intuitive downloads. Woy is a Jamaican phrase, okay, and it's essentially the equivalent to OMG. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And that's what I'm basically doing, okay? But I'm doing it in a singy way. Okay, okay, to connect with those downloads that are coming through, those intuitive gems, those channeled messages, those channeled singing, okay, from time to time. Now, I hope you've got a nice cup of tea or a beverage of your choice. As we get into the read, stay hydrated. A great tip is by staying hydrated, it really helps you to connect with your intuition. So it's a really great way to connect, and we're collectively connecting with one another and vibing with Auntie T. Okay, so we're going to get into this read and see Gwan for pile 3. Okay, if you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, and share and comment down below. Okay, let us know what you are sipping on and where you are from. Okay, come and represent your state, your city, your country. Big up yourselves every time. Now let's get into pile 3. We may have the messages or the energy of 3, okay, that may come into the read. 3 represents the energy of the Empress. It represents the energy of fertility, growth, expansion, okay, things blossoming, things blossoming, things developing, things growing. So let's see if it wants to come through in today's read on Blunt AF. Now we have, I start to sweat when I see you. I start to sweat when I see you. So I start to sweat when I see you. I want to be more than just a casual connection. I want to be more than just a casual connection. Okay? I feel like we have unfinished business. So I feel like we have unfinished business. Okay? It is time to set some roots. Will you join me? So it is time to set some roots. Will you join me? I'm trying to overcome my fears of commitment. So I'm trying to overcome my fears of commitment. Okay. I dream about what it would be like to be with you. Ooh la la. I'm hoping you'll give me another chance. So we have reconciliation again. Reconciliation has revealed itself in each pile. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So we have some reoccurring themes. Okay. I wish I had expressed my feelings more openly. I can't stop thinking about our memories together. I miss you more than words can say. I'm not sure how to express my feelings for you. And I've been flexing with my options. I like you, but don't wait for me. You deserve better. Now, there could be more than one person here, or different stories, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest for others. We're now going to have a look. We're going to use the Timeless Connection deck, Love and Reflection deck. Let's see what's to come through for pile 3. So Blunt AF for pile 3. Blunt AF for pile 3. Reveal the messages you need to see for pile 3. Okay. Blunt AF. Blunt AF. Reveal those messages they need to see. Reveal those messages. Last shuffle. Blunt AF. Thank you. Right, so we have okay. Right, a few messages have come through for you collectives. Hopeful reunion. I hope we can reunite one day. So reconciliation again. Silence speaks. Even in silence, my heart speaks your name. Healing. I'm using this time to heal. Could have been different. Things could have been different if I had acted. So if I had acted. So there's an energy of like taking accountability, looking at their actions, looking at how they have gone about doing things. Reflection. I've been reflecting on our past. Waiting. I'm waiting for the right moment to reach out. Sometimes there's a saying, when is the right moment? The right moment could take a lifetime. Flirting. Your smile makes my day brighter. Longing. I long for the day we can be together again. Hopeful beginnings. I see potential in us. So I see potential in us. We have growth in separation. We are growing. We are growing while apart. Okay? Oh, sorry. We are growing even while apart. Unanswered questions. So there are questions I need answers to. And regret. So we have regret as well. That has been a recurring energy. I regret not talking things through. So let's have a look now at their intentions. And then we're going to move to the tarot. Let's have a look at their intentions for Pile 3. Messages for Pile 3. Blunt AF. Okay. Blunt AF. The exact thoughts and feelings for you. Reveal those messages. So this, it feels like for this, it's like a strong X energy, strong someone from the past, whether it's been on and off. Last shuffle. Okay, we'll accept that then. It could be someone where there may have been like wanting desires or hopes that it could have gone up gone on to the next level. Okay, but we've seen this energy again sometimes like that complex or complicated energies of like, if we haven't healed from our past, our wounds can then reveal itself in future connections. So it's so important to heal and let go of the past, that so that it's not hindering us. So if we are holding on to things, and we might think, yeah, I've let go, I'm done. Okay, you can say like, I'm done with Jane, I'm done with John, I'm done. But it's like something may happen and then makes you think about John, or say, oh, John, and it's like, no, we've got to work on that then, because we shouldn't be using any kind of past situations and then applying it to the new person. That new person knows you in your current state. They don't know what was going on before you met someone else. I hope that's yes, I hope that's making sense. So it's about really letting go, not bringing that. And again, that may take time. It may recognize like healing, working on your self-love, loving on yourself, prioritizing your needs, your well-being. Okay, recognizing any of those triggers. So it's like, right, I need to make peace with it. Use affirmations, okay, to help you. Journaling, okay. You can also seek professional therapists, as well as like the cards are helping you as well, to help you to develop your intuition, strengthen yourself. Like think of your well-being, okay, holistically. Through what you eat, what you listen to, the content that you listen to. Is it all positive? Is it uplifting? Is it motivational? Okay, all of those things. We have casual attraction. They are attracted to you but are not looking for anything serious at the moment. We have distraction tactics. They use distraction tactics to keep things light and avoid serious commitments. seeking clarity. So they are seeking clarity about their feelings and the future of your relationship. Seeking stability. They are seeking stability but are unsure on how to achieve it within your relationship. So within the connection, moving forward. They want to move forward with their life, with you or without you. This could also be your energy coming through. Fear of vulnerability. So the fear of vulnerability is preventing them from reaching out to you. We have happy coincidences. What is coming to you are happy coincidences that open new doors. Ooh la la. Fond memories. They cherish the good memories but are unsure about creating new ones together. Because we do have that fear element here. We have regret and apology. They regret their past actions and want to apologize, hoping for a second chance. We have nostalgic feelings. They are feeling nostalgic and miss the good times you shared, but are unsure about rekindling the relationship. We have closure needed. They need closure and may not be looking to get back together. We have hidden admirer. They have been admiring you from afar and are too shy to approach directly. We have testing the waters. So they are exploring their options and are curious about where things might go with you. We have non-committal. So they enjoy the thrill of the chase but are not interested in commitment. And we have commitment issues. They struggle with commitment but care deeply for you. So they care deeply for you. Okay? Care deeply for you. Just going to have a quick look with their feelings for you, deck, and see if anything else wants to come out. Any more messages? Blunt AF. Blunt AF. Okay. For pile 3. Reveal those messages you need to see. Okay, last shuffle. Thank you. So we've got quite a few more here as well, collective. Ooh la la, juicy, juicy. So we have, I have shown poor communication skills and poor resolution, which has impacted the connection. I listened to bad advice from others who didn't have my back, and I didn't trust myself either, and now you are gone. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I want to surprise you with something special. Ooh la la. I'm sorry for the confusion and the mixed signals. I feel like there's something special between us. You are the one that got away. So they see you as the person that got away. You are the one that got away. I deeply apologize for my actions and words. I have the hots for you and I think about you late at night. My feelings for you are deeper than I've shown. I'm afraid of losing you for good. I still remember the smell of your perfume / scent. So there's a lot of fond memories, okay? Again, we might have to keep it clean and classy here, but it feels like it's also prodding on that sexual, sensual territory. I regret not giving us a real chance. I want to be honest about my feelings for you. We may have many differences, but I know a good thing when I see it. I want to travel the world with you. Now, this came out for pile 1. My family and friends are making things difficult. So, do have a look at pile 1 as well. I want to make up. So I want to make up for lost time with you. And I'm sorry for not prioritizing you when I should have. And I'm confused about where we stand. So now, let's look at the Jamaican proverb, then the tarot. Let's see what the Jamaican proverb wants you to know right now. So Blunt AF, can we have one message, please? One message, please. One message, please. Yes. We have, and not everything good for eat is good for talk. So not everything are good for eat are good for talk. Not everything that's good for eat is good to talk. Meaning, some things are better left unsaid. Okay, this could also be about how this person speaks to themselves. Okay, think about your words. Your words are powerful. So, if you tell yourself you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that, okay, just tell yourself delete, delete, delete 3 times. Don't allow the subconscious to then absorb those energies, absorb those feelings of. Whoop, we need a sipping moment. Okay. Ooh, sip, 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 baby. Okay, that there is these energies, like you've got to let go. Don't let it be. Let go of any of those kind of vibes or any of those feelings where you are saying things to yourself in a negative light. It's like tapping into that energy of like positive energies, telling yourself, I am worthy, I'm loved, I receive love, I embrace love. And look at the number, okay? Hey, look at the number 111, and look, that's 3 ones as we are currently on pile 3. So this is telling us, collective, abundance can happen in love, money, and career for you. But first, you got to be right. You got to be right to get right. I hope that's making sense. You got to be right. We're having all a little moments of chaos here, but we will get things back in order. Okay, we're getting things back in order. So yes, you've got to get right to be right. Get right to be right. This is basically what we're talking about, is the idea that, you know, speak good, let that flow. And if there are like your business and, you know, maybe you've got people prying and not, like, just focus on the you, and, you know, you and your person and you, like, focus on your connection and not letting outsiders, any external, you know, as long if they're of like good minded and they have good intentions, you know, and you trust, you know, you allow your intuition to guide you, and, you know, let that guide you. And, you know, if someone's, you know, not giving you good vibes or anything, you will know, okay? Or even the advice they give you, like, this sounds like you've got some kind of agenda and all that, you will know, you will know. Trust it, okay? So, as this deck tried to, like, make an entrance, we'll have a look at this tarot deck as well, the Wake Me Up. Okay, Wake Me Up. Perhaps someone is going through a wake up call. So let's see what it wants to tell you for Blunt AF. Can we have some important imagery, I was going to say, but we have the Strength. Okay, perhaps this person is looking at their grandparents. They could be looking at their elders right now, and maybe they remember stories that they used to sit down with their grandparents, look up to their grandparents. And it could be that this person right now is seeking this. They want to learn. They want to, like, really get down to basics and think, right, these are people that I really value, I really respect. And it feels like they could maybe say, right, grandpa, grandma, like, this is who I'm interested in. Jane. We'll call you Jane. Call this person John. I'm interested in Jane. And can you tell me what, like, any advice or how I should go about it? And what was it like when you were seeking, like, Grandpa Joe? Or what, or like, what, how did Grandpa Joe, what showed, like, you know, he was interested, and what did he do? What made you know that he was the one for you? That's what it feels like. Like, this person could be seeking advice because they know that advice will also develop that strength, with the strength card being here. So we have that strong Leo energy. It could be a fire energy, or they could be tapping into this fire energy of, like, taking action, making some movement, travel, okay, seeking some direction, okay, hopefully direction in the right direction. But we see here that imagery, it's like they're looking at, like, these achievements and thinking, no, like, they've been here, let me go and seek advice from them, the infinity sign. I can learn, okay, sit and learn, okay. Let's see what's significant at the front of the deck. We have the star. The star is that Aquarius energy, so it's healing, connecting with healing. Now the star with the Aquarius is kind of, to me, like the air sign that's the closest to the water sign, because with the Aquarius it's like the energy is like to be almost detached with their emotions, with their feelings, but they are deep with their feelings, but it's like a way of, like, putting them to bed so that they can operate more with their air energy, the clarity. I hope that's making sense. But with the star's energy, it's representing the energy of healing, you know, like healing the energy of your crown chakra, your intuition, as well with your feelings. So being comfortable with both elements, both energies. Okay. Now, if you see, we so far we see 8s. 1, 7 equals 8, and we have 8 with the strength cards. So this is kind of giving us another clue that this person wants to take action. They want to take action. They know that they have to take action if they want change in the right direction. We have the energy of 2 here with the judgment, 20. Okay, this is saying, like, the divine timing could be in play here. It's also, like, recognizing, like, if you want change, then you've got to be about change. You've got to do change. You've got to tap into that change. So there's an energy of, like, waking from of the past, from any past behaviors. It feels like this person wants to change their patterns. They've recognizing those patterns wasn't helping them. They could be seeing that it was impacting the connection they had with you, and they want to move in a different direction. We'll have a look at the middle. Yes, we have the 9 of Cups. So we have the 9 of Cups. We'll put them in the order that we saw them. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is telling us this person really wants to tap into this energy of, like, let me get confident with myself. Let me love on myself. Let me work on myself, my body, looking good, feeling good. And that's going to allow me to attract what I want, what I need in my life. And it feels like that's the energy. It could be also the energy you are currently at right now. You know, just working on yourself and focusing on all those achievements, your well-being. You know, you really, like, it could be even going really hard in the gym right now and just doing you, focused on you, okay? But it's going to open many doors, okay? Ooh la la. So now let's have a look at the Rider-Waite-Smith. Let's see what wants to come through from the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot for this blunt AF. But there seems to be a theme of apology, regret, remorse. Okay, wish they could have done things better, hoping that they could come back to you. Now, this could be someone from your past. This could be someone recent. Okay, this could be someone who wants this to come back together, to come back into fruition. But it's also a case that you both have to work on things. Because we see the devil here saying don't get caught up in any unhealthy patterns. And the judgment and the star is there, the two major arcanas. Well, we have three major arcanas, the strength, the star, and the judgment, to say yes, you don't want to get caught up in any unhealthy patterns. The focus with the Nine of Cups being here, okay, is to say you've got to focus on you right now. You've got to prioritize your needs, and you've got to be clear with what your boundaries are. We did have the energy of boundaries in strong. It was like pile 1 or pile 2, okay. So blunt AF, revealed the exact thoughts and feelings for this person. Blunt AF, okay. I did see the Ace of Wands earlier. We have the Death card, so the Death card, and we have the Page of Pentacles that we saw in pile 1. So the Page of Pentacles being here is someone that wants to taking it to tarot school now, someone that wants to take that time to learn, to grow, to change, to try and do things differently, recognizing maybe the things that they were doing before wasn't working. They're taking the skills, what they currently have, to then grow, create new pastures with the Death card. The Death card being here is representing new renewal, okay? What can look like things have actually gone. Think of seasons, okay? As it approaches autumn, okay, the leaves start to fall. But it doesn't mean it's the end. It's just a period of like change and transition where things might get a bit colder. We might not get much leaves on the trees until it goes back to renewal into the spring, and it starts back all over again. This is what the Death represents, okay? This person hopes that things can be repaired, things can come back, but better, bigger and better, okay? Where the two of you can heal, grow, let go of anything that's not serving you, put things to a closure that are the past, that no longer serve, but move forward. Again, this energy keeps saying move forward in the right direction. Okay, let's have a look and see what's significant at the front, middle, and the back. Yes, we have the Fool trying to pop out. Okay, so the Fool is telling us, and behind it is the Judgment again. So the Judgment card is very strong here. Okay, because it's popped up twice for this read. Okay, just from looking here, it's telling us there's an energy of like not being fearful. You've got to get past the fear. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't let past actions keep you stuck. Okay, you've got to get past that fear and move forward. Take heed with the Knight of Wands. Okay, take that fiery, passionate energy to move forward, and the Fool, another major arcana, okay, alongside the Judgment card, okay? And we also have the Knight of Cups. So don't be afraid to show love. Don't be afraid to give love. This is a message to us all, okay? With the Knight of Cups being here, it's like the Knight of Cups is showing, we have two knights here. It's like tapping into this energy of movement, direction, but also expressing, giving love, expressing it, not feeling no way, don't feel no way, don't feel no way. To show love, express love, and be in love. Okay, be open. Don't be afraid of showing your heart chakra. Be open. If we don't, we can close ourselves to blessings. We can close ourselves where then we're not allowing anything to come in. But that is also not allowing anything to come out. So how are we going to embrace that love if everything is closed. The heart is like this. Think of this, your fist, okay, is your heart and it's closed. Love, love, love. You see, it's getting knocked. It's repelling it. You got to embrace it and allow that love to come and embrace it fully, okay? And I feel intuitively drawn. Yes, because look, it can result to this regret energy. The Seven of Pentacles in this position, okay, saying that someone's in regret. They're looking and thinking, I should have done this, I should have done that. So it's like, avoid that shoulda, woulda, coulda. Avoid the shoulda, woulda, coulda, and be like, right, let me get into, you know, taking action. I don't want another situation to happen again where I look back and think, oh, I should have done this. Why didn't I go and call you Jane and call this person John? Why didn't I go and pursue Jane when I know it was Jane that I wanted? Why did I play games? Why did I do this? I should have been honest. I should have been real. I should have been transparent. I should have come to Jane and just tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. There's a song coming through. I think it's Aaron Hall. Tell it like it is. Let your conscience be your guide. Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Be real. Another one's coming through. Cheryl, got to be real. Got to be real. Real, recognize real. Okay. Now, I know over time, as you get more comfortable, then you can feel like, I can feel comfortable around you. But ultimately, we've got to be open. Again, if we're closed, we're repelling it. It's like, how is that? We've got to be open. We've got to embrace, you know, and again, do that work on you, love on yourself. Okay, this is a message for both parties, but for all of us as a collective. Okay, so what we're going to do now is look at the blunt AF. Okay, look at the blunt AF. So we're going to take a nice sip before we do, and we're going to get some messages from the blunt AF deck. Let's see what wants to come through for the collective who chose pile 3. Take a nice sip. If you've got a nice cup of tea, I'm sipping on some ginger, lemon and turmeric. But we're going to say cheers to these intuitive gems and let the intuitive gems flow. Flow like a river. Alright. So, messages for pile 3, blunt AF, reveal those messages. We're going to bring in some channeled singing to allow those messages to flow for pile 3. Okay. So, blunt AF, how do you feel, blunt AF? Ooh, yeah, blunt AF, how do you feel, blunt AF? We're swimming, yeah, blunt AF, how do you feel, blunt AF? Yes, that's it. Blunt AF. Reveal those messages. Last shuffle. Last shuffle. Thank you. I can see the healing card. So we've got some messages for the collective. If you are still here with me, collective, can you put in the comments move and groove? Move and groove in the comments. Just let me know that you're still here, vibing with Auntie T. We're vibing to some intuitive jazz. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Right, we're vibing. Seeing others all booed up makes me anxious about making the wrong move with you. I have a little grown up to do, and I think this came up for pile 2. I am open. This has come up for all of the reads, I think. I'm open. I'm open and ready and steady to be loved and be loved by you. Like what we were saying earlier. Gotta be open. Gotta be open. Gotta be fully embrace it. Okay? I was being selfish with my time, and I'm deeply sorry for how I made you feel. I'm frustrated right now, but I can't seem to express how I really feel to you. I talked myself out of the connection, and now I regret it. Trust is hard for me, but it's something I'm working on. I'm feeling passionate but frustrated. So this energy of passionate but frustrated, and we can see that energy as well, especially with that 7 of Wands of like, yeah, I don't want to do this to myself anymore. I don't want to do this to myself anymore. Because that Page of Wands saying, yeah, that's that message. Get clear then with what you want, with the 7 of Cups being here. Get clear. Don't get distracted. Don't get focused. Get clear with what it is that you want. They see you there. Look at that. That's you, representing you. And it's like, right, I gotta get clear then. If I want Jane, if I'm about that life where I wanna get a Jane in my life, then I gotta be serious. I gotta be serious. If I want someone like you, I can't play games. No, then I gotta get serious. I gotta get serious. Yeah, you gotta get serious. You can't be playing games. I know I'm confusing right now. Flirting with you is the best part of my day. Ooh la la, flirting. So there could be, perhaps this person is flirting with you, or they may have been flirting with you. Okay, ooh la la, take it where it resonates and leave the rest. I feel like my intuitive sense has grown stronger around you. So perhaps if you're watching this, you may have, an intuitive muscle, okay? And perhaps you have, your energy has kind of heightened theirs as well. My feelings are shifting and I want more. I want more with you. I've been comfort eating, drinking and shopping to distract myself from you. This is the 7 of Cups energy. Get clear, get with the program. Get with the program. I look at your number, meaning to call, but I'm scared to make the initial move. Look at this energy. With the 8 of Cups in the reverse, stuck in this action. Okay, stuck in their feelings, and it's kind of creating a no action, stagnant energy. When I'm alone, I try to act out what I would say to you and gain your interest. You have helped me to know my worth. You are my type, and I've never met anyone like you before. I'm observing you from a distance to suss out if we are a good match. You have the qualities I need in a partner, but I want to be right for you. Yeah, I'm feeling jealous right now. I joke a lot to hide my feelings, but something tells me you have figured me out. I'm standing up for myself and the connection. I'm visualizing being with you despite the distance. I please myself when I'm alone, thinking of you and calling your name. Keep it clean and classy. Ooh la la. I have a child/children. How do you feel about this? Okay. How do you feel? We did see a bit of that energy with the Strength card, how it's displayed here. Okay. I thought you didn't want something long, it was pure projection. Just like what we said earlier about, you know, how you talk to yourself. Make it be good vibration, energy. Okay, talk good feelings. Be truthful. Okay, I'm healing from my past. I've realized I was blocking myself from getting to know you and letting this connection grow. Letting this connection grow. I need closure from you, but I still want you back. Someone still wants you back. So even though things have made, let's say there could be some distance, their mind is still on you. And you know who this person is. It may even come to you like, yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is. Okay? There's a strong intuitive sense going on here. I'm going to have a quick look and see if there's anything else that wants to come through for pile 3. Anything else for pile 3? Before we come to a close. Anything else for pile 3? Yes, there is something else. Last shuffle. Thank you. Yes, so we have I've liked you for a long time. Commitment scares me right now. I need to work on my abandonment issues. This came through, I believe, for pile 1. Could we try again? Again, trust your intuition, use your discernment. If it don't feel right, trust and believe it. I want something real with you. So I want something real with you. I've been single for a while now, focusing on my healing, but I'm ready to love and love you. Ooh la la, we've got to keep it clean and classy. I get turned on when I think of you and see you. I have to compose myself all the time. We do have that Knight of Wands energy, which is that strong sexual fire. Ooh, fire and desire. Ooh la la. Fire and desire, baby. When I think of you, I get so hot and bothered. Keep it clean and classy now. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure together. The silence is a lot for me. I picture starting a family with you. This could be what they're picturing, visualizing. Could be even talking about family pics and like embarrassing kid pics. And they're like, oh, mom, dad, no, don't show those pictures. Okay. I daydream about us. Your energy has awakened me to self-love and healing for us. So there's a strong awakening, self-love, healing energy vibe. I've learned a lot from our time together. It has changed me for the better. I use music to remind me of you. There could be a song that you both enjoy, or particular music or genre. Take it where it resonates. I let others' opinions, here we go, that third party energy. I let others' opinions deter my connection with you. So again, protecting their boundaries. Okay, so again, not everything that's good for eat is good for talk. Leaving things, keeping things, don't give all your business away. Okay, again, let your intuition guide you. Okay, I want us to talk about our future, and I hope you can see us together. I hope you can see us together in the future. What's the deal? So what is the deal? What's our deal? I'm a bit of an overthinker. So we can kind of see that overthinking energy that has come through, and maybe that has what has also impacted the connection. This person doubting themselves, doubting like, oh, maybe might not be into me. Maybe let me oh, I'm going to do this, then I'm not doing that. So it's that mixed signal energy. Okay. So last but not least, we're going to leave you with some, just having a look at some messages here. Just trying to see which deck should we use. We're going to use this deck. Their feelings for you deck. Let's see what wants to come through for this, from this deck. So messages for pile 3, please. What do you need to see? What do you need to see? What do you need to see? Last shuffle. Thank you. So we've got quite a few messages here, pile 3. Ooh la la. We've got one that fell here. I'm sorry for not realizing your worth sooner. I'm sorry for not realizing your worth sooner. I can't stop thinking about you and the things you do. I'm driving myself wild thinking about you. Seeing you with someone else breaks my heart. Could be also somebody having to accept the lack of action, maybe not coming forward, letting their fears get in the way, holding them back. You are the reason behind my smile. You are the only one who could ever make me feel complete. Again, the whole complete thing is about you being complete, okay? You being complete in yourself, okay? Think of the 9 representing the energy of independence. You feeling complete for yourself. I wish we could go back to how things used to be. You are the one who got away. Now, I feel like this came out already. I'm working on myself for us. So there's somebody who wants to work on themselves for you to come back and reunite. Now, there could be some kind of soulmate vibe going on, twin flame vibe going on, where it's like that, both parties go and do their work, come back. Okay, they may meet one another in this lifetime and then go, there may be like an abrupt kind of like ending, they may go and do their work, come back and reunite. They've both done the work. So the idea, it's like one soul split, okay, the twin flame. But think just soulmate connection. I'm sorry if I wasn't there when you needed me. So when you needed me, and it's hard for me to move on when my heart still beats for you. So if there's someone from the deep past, there's someone whose mind is still like, man, I miss Jane. I really do miss Jane. Man. You see, and it feels like they could even be telling somebody, saying, you know, like, it could even be someone who, like, let's say if it's someone from the past 10, 20 years, 30 years, someone even going, you know what, I always regret that, because I could, you know, it feels like it, or it could even be this person seeking advice from an elder, saying, don't make the same mistake I made. Okay? I can't imagine my life without you. So we're going to leave it there. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. Leave the rest. Asoitga. Asoitga. Asoitga simply means in Jamaican patois, this is how it goes. Take what resonates and leave the rest, or leave the rest for others. There has been a lot of energy for pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3 about regret, remorse, feeling like this person has so much to say that it's almost like they mumble on their words or buck on their words, like they're not sure how to start. That's what it feels like, not sure how to start. And it has come through in when even delivering a lot of the messages for you. So there is this strong energy of they know that they need to do some healing, do some work, be open, and heal. Let themselves heal. Okay. How could we forget? We haven't provided you with the romance angel. So let's have a quick look for pile 3. Blonde AF. Okay. Okay, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. This also came up for pile 2. We have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So we are now officially gonna leave it there, but take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? I saw it go. So if you feel drawn to have a look at pile 1 and pile 2, feel free to do so, because you can gather all those intuitive gems and just take what resonates and leave the rest. But be sure to big up yourselves every time. Much love and blessings, and thank you for vibing with Auntie T. It is greatly appreciated, and sending you love your way. So big up yourselves every time, and make sure you are looking after yourself. Look good, feel good, stay blessed, keep sipping, and we'll see you on another timeless read. Gwan.